Parker Eatmon third in the Cars Tour finale at North Wilkesboro. Great run for you tonight, one of your best ones of the season to close out the year. How proud are you of the effort for you and the whole Hettinger Racing team?
Yeah, I'm proud of everybody at Hettinger Racing. We started out the year pretty good. We had some rough spots, but we've had really good runs the past couple weeks. So, I'm really proud of them. I really wanted to get them a win, but we're gonna have to settle for third tonight. Nothing to hang our head on, but it was a really solid run. I just want to thank everybody at Hettinger Racing for a great car they've offered me the past couple weeks.
What has been the difference maker these past month or two? Because when you moved over there, it was a slow start, and now you've found your stride, and you're starting to put together the top 10s and top 5s, and now a podium here.
Yeah, I don't know. We kind of struggle on the low grip side of things. So, like when we go to high grip racetracks, I feel really confident in what we bring. So, the last couple races of the year are all high grip, so I feel like that's where we excel. So it's been really good. So. I just want to thank them. It's been a great year. I've never had more fun racing late model stocks in my life than I have with Hettinger, so I can't thank them enough for the experience.
Now, you were charging at the very end. Do you think if you had gotten a caution, you had anything for the top two?
Yeah, that's honestly what I needed. Once I got back Connor for third, they were too far going and racing. So, I just needed another yellow, but obviously it didn't come. I was really just hoping they were going to wreck in there in the 3, but they never did. So, I was settled for third.
How much were you pacing yourself when you were racing the 88, knowing he was racing for a championship?
Yeah, well, I didn't want to ruin his championship hopes, but Spotter told me 29 was behind me, and then spot 29 was 2 back, so I knew if I passed him, it wasn't going to make a difference for the championship, so I had to get around him. I'm racing for a spot as well. So, I feel like everything was clean tonight. He might not be too happy with me, but, we'll sit down for coffee sometime and talk about it.
Now, you were racing around the 2 guys that were running for the championship. Is the Cars Tour Championship something that you have on your mind for next year?
Yeah, I think we're going to go for it next year. I got to see what other plans we got, because we got some things in the works. So we'll see what happens, but Cars Tour Championship would definitely be on the list.
Are you going to be back with Hettinger next year?
Yeah, I should be.
Carson Loftin 10th in the Cars Tour season finale at North Wilkesboro Speedway. You and Trevor Ward, a pair of top 10s for Nelson Motorsports. How would you sum up your night?
Yeah, it's been a long season, so obviously ending up in the top 10 means a lot. Working with Trevor has really helped me a lot, especially middle part of the year, kind of got me up to speed and kind of got this program up to speed because we were all struggling. I know I was struggling as a driver a lot, and he kind of got me on my feet and got me up to speed in these cars. So it's been a heck of a year. I struggled the first half of the year, and then kind of started going the right direction middle of the year, and I feel like now we're heading the right direction still. So hopefully we can come back and do it next year. Not really sure what next year holds, but we'll see.
Take you back 11 months from today. We're at Florence Motor Speedway, your first start with Nelson Motorsports. You scored a top 5 in the South Carolina 400. From that moment to then how hard the beginning of the season was must have been like a dampening on your confidence. So how do you dig yourself out of that hole to come back like you have the second half of the year?
100%, yeah. I kind of feel like I got spoiled the first 2 races. The 400 and the icebreaker, I finished 5th and 8th, and I've had to work 3 times harder than I normally have to with the modified stuff, just on mentally, just because, like you said, my confidence was at an all-time low, and running the modified subs and starting to win back in that, I realized I can still do it, and that means a lot as a race car driver because it's so mental. And I didn't realize how mental it was till this year. So, like I say, finally got everything going in the right direction, and excited to see what next year holds. I really don't know yet. So, like I said.
So year 1 done just about with fenders on a fenders on a race car. How much different has this year been from your time in the modified?
I feel like I've learned so much, and I feel like it carried over to the modified too. Like going back to the modified, I really realized how much I've learned and grown and matured as a race car driver. And I feel like there's still a long way to go, but these cars, everyone's so tight and everyone's so close that you got to find every edge you can. So, like I say, I've learned a lot all year long, and I look forward to learning some more.
One more just about tonight's race. Tires aren't typically the first thing that comes to mind when we come here, but tonight we did have some blistering with the right rears. Is that something you guys as a team prepared for and expected?
A little bit. I feel like everyone kind of knew you had to worry about it a little bit, but when I came in, both my right sides were blistered for the stop. So I was a little concerned the last 30. We were really free the last 30. I was tight the first 65, and then the last 60 I was really free. So sure I blistered the right rear on that one too. So I don't know. I feel like Kuchar's done a decent job all year long, and I feel like I'm not really sure what happened, but I don't know if they can fix it or not. But I sure hope so.
Trevor Ward 6th here tonight in the Cars Tour finale at North Wilkesboro. You just didn't quite have enough for those few front runners. What more did you need tonight?
All in all, I feel like we had a really good car right there before the last caution. We were pretty good. I think we were the best car on the racetrack, but just needed that clean air up front to get where we're going. But it's been a phenomenal year for myself. We got Brandon Lopez. He finished in the top 5. That's car housed under Trevor Ward Motorsports. So kudos to him. I can't wait to go talk to him and see what he thought, what he needed to be better. But to have a 5th and 6th night like that with the Autos by Nelson, Valley Star Credit Union car, it's been a phenomenal weekend, phenomenal year, and I appreciate Matthew and all the guys for believing in me and Barry Nelson.
Now, you came on to Nelson Motorsports kind of on a part-time basis towards the end of the year. How much have you grown with this team these past couple months, and how much do you think that played into your success tonight?
Absolutely. It's it's been fun just to have friends that you can trust and that believes in you and push you to be better. We're both pushing each other to be better, and I think right here the momentum started to show. We come off of a top 2 qualifying effort at Tri-County, led some laps, had a rear end issue. Larry Pollard, phenomenal guy. He got the rear end squared away on this 12 car, and the car made really good speed tonight, and looking forward to building this momentum into the next year.
Tires aren't typically what comes to mind at first when you come to North Wilkesboro, but it seemed like when you guys came in at lap 65, there was a lot of blistering, especially with the right rear. Is that something you expected, especially starting later in the night than we expected to?
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of times we learn this, racing is a lot of high grip racetracks that we do ourselves, and we get when we run a green tire like it is, when we're running a green tire without getting a scuff, it normally it separates. So we got to be able to get better at putting some heat cycles on these tires before we go green, and it should eliminate some of that coming apart.
Now, I know you've run quite a few races with Nelson at the end of the year. Do you have any plans of running with them more next year, or any full-time plans to confirm?
Not sure right now. There's a lot of talking going on, but we're going to all make the right decisions, and go into next year, whatever decision we make, it's going to be a good one.
Hi, everybody. Tom Bowles from Frontstretch. Good journalism isn't free. It takes time, resources, and dedication. We at Frontstretch are proud of all the motorsport stories that we do and want to be able to keep offering them to everyone without going to a subscription model. That's where we need help from those who have not only the passion for motorsports, but also the means to potentially help out an independent journalism outlet. If 400 people stopped right now and gave us $10, we'd be able to fund all our travel to all the racetracks that we cover for a month and bring you all these great videos that you see here every week. So if you love us, our reporters, our content, please consider a donation at frontstretch.com/donate. We're thankful for everyone's support, and we take seriously the privilege of bringing quality, unbiased motorsports coverage to all of you sitting there at home.